In the fun and intelligent room we stay. Welcome to the fun and intelligent room, where ideas bloom and dreams resume. We're growing strong, we're breaking through a world of wisdom made just for you. Let's learn, let's laugh, let's share our light. Embrace the day and own the night. Together we rise, our voices in tune, in the fun and intelligent room.
Okay, so welcome today to another episode of the Fun and Intelligence Room. We have a very great guest, but before we dive into that, have you subscribed? Are you liking all our content? Are you commenting? Are you sharing your review? Are you giving your constructive criticism? Please, we're just starting and we're open to learning, because you know what? No one knows it all. So today we have someone very wonderful. Buying a house, it's one of the most biggest things you can ever do in your life, because that's the most biggest property one can ever have, and it can be a bit confusing. Most times people make mistakes. So you know what, I know I have a lot of friends who have not bought their houses, and me too, all of us too. We are all on the same boat. So I decided to bring the best of the best in the DMV area, the one and only Mr. Easy. He has decades of experience. He has sold hundreds, if not thousands of houses. And trust me, he will guide you and make sure you just don't buy a house that will become a nightmare to you. He will tell you all the financial mistakes, give you good tips that you can take and the things to avoid. So, without talking too much, let me introduce the one and only Mr. Easy in the studio.
Hey,
Mr. Easy.
What's up?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. How you doing?
I feel good. I feel godly.
Oh, trust me. I told you I'll be bringing all the best people in DMB. Can you imagine? We have the one and only Mr. Easy in our studio. So Mr. Easy, please just tell us a little bit about yourself before we dive into the housing issue.
Well, my name is Easy. A lot of people call me the Easy Way.
Yeah.
And the reason why they call me the Easy Way, because I make it easy for you to buy a home. I guide you through the whole process from the beginning to the end. I'll show you the easy way.
Okay, so what is it that you really love about helping people do this journey? Because I see you every time, I see you everywhere, like hooking people up, telling them, talking to them. You are so passionate about this journey. Everybody can tell. So, like, what is the most interesting thing for you?
For me, the best thing from the beginning to the end, what I enjoy the most is the end, the joy.
Yeah.
You can't even imagine, like, the joy. Like, just on last week Friday,
Yep.
I helped this guy buy a house, and throughout the whole process, serious guy, like ex-military, like serious guy, he doesn't smile. But on the day of closing,
Oh my goodness.
I give him the easy way key.
Yeah.
He was just dancing.
Oh.
He was just dancing. Him and his wife were dancing.
Oh,
They
wow.
bought a home.
Oh, wow.
Priceless.
Yeah, I know.
Like, there's no amount of money that they could give me,
yeah.
for
That you
that.
trade for
Yeah,
that
for
job.
that, He's dancing. Hey, him and his wife, they were both dancing.
All the frowning of face, everything
that
changed one time.
Yeah, it's like true joy. True joy.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm doing that. Like, I'm involved in that whole process. And for me to know I'm the one that made them feel this way.
Yeah.
A reward is, I can't even explain it in words how it feels.
Yeah.
And I do that hundreds of times
Oh,
a year.
yeah, I see that. I see that. I follow you.
So it's almost like an addiction. I'm chasing
Yes, you chasing
that.
And you never get tired.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Mr.
man.
Easy never gets tired. He's outside winter, he's outside summer. Anything you can think of is always outside. So, can you just walk us through some tips for first-time home buyers, like what they need to do, the requirements they need to have? Because oftentimes people feel like getting a house is one very like outrageous and big thing. When you hear the price of and we are Africans.
Yeah,
I know you're open to all races, but I'm talking for the African community.
Yeah.
Most times we're trained back home that there are some certain things that you should not have because you cannot afford it. So for every time, I remember one time I wanted to get the property last year, and I sat down and then they told me the price of the property, and I held my phone and I did the calculation. I'm like, no. This is too much for me.
You not calculated the money
I
in
calculated
Naira,
it in
right?
Naira. I did it.
Yeah.
And I forgot I wasn't earning in Naira. I was earning in dollars.
Yeah.
But once I did the calculation, I was like, I think this is too much for me. And I kind of backed out of that deal. A mistake I still regret till today.
Yeah.
So just walk us through the step-by-step process of a first-time home buyer.
Yeah, I mean, it's all a mental thing. It's all a mental thing. When I meet people, the mistake they always make is they start searching for houses first.
Oh.
The big mistake most people I meet, they start going online, looking at houses first. And I tell them the most important thing, the first step, and the most important step is for you to get pre-approved, to know what your budget is. How much would the bank be willing to loan you? You know, because if you're looking at $1 million house and you're making maybe $20 an hour, you know, it's just not going to happen. So the first step is to talk to a loan officer. The loan officer will check your credit. You need to have a minimum credit score of 620. 620 credit score. You need to be working consistently.
In the last how many years? Okay.
2 years. You know, there are some people who, you know, they travel back and forth, or they you know, their job might let them, you know, they work in America for 6 months and they go to Nigeria for 6 months, or they're just not consistently working. The bank frowns at that.
Wow.
So you need to be working consistently for 2 years. And the third most important thing is they check to see how much you make every month, and they compare that to how much you spend every month.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you make 10K a month and you spend 9K,
it's a problem.
It's a problem. No bank is going to loan you any money.
Wow.
You know, so all those are the three main things. And you have to find out your pre-approval first. When you do all those things, the bank will now say, okay, based on what we see, we could loan you $300,000, hypothetically. So if they loan you $300,000, there's no point looking at $500,000.
Yes,
you know?
That's true.
So at least now you know, like, okay, 300. That is my budget
that's
right there.
maximum.
300 exactly. So the mistake a lot of people do is they just start looking at homes, you know, and they just call me. They want to go look at this house and stuff like that. So I try to educate them on the whole thing.
That's true. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
No, go, they do pass yourself. They said do the pre-approval first. Know what's, because some of us, we have high taste. I was seeing someone who said, I want to live in Bethesda, and I told the person, did you check the prices of
Bethesda
houses
numbers
in
are
Bethesda?
different.
Bethesda is way more expensive than Bowie. So
way more.
he said way more. So those are the things. So aside down payment, what are other costs? Because most time people are just so focused on down payments. I remember one time last year, a friend of mine was buying his house, and after he had done the down payment, he incurred all the costs, and he was just running from pillar to post, trying to. So aside the down payment, what are the other costs?
Closing costs. So there's something called closing costs, and another thing I'll advise people to do is go to home buying seminars to have an idea, to learn. I host home buying seminars once a month. I'm not trying to plug myself in.
No, please plug yourself in, because we're ready. When are you having the next home buying seminar?
October 25th, I'm having a home buying seminar.
Okay, I think I should be there as well.
Should be there, with the camera crew. But so what I tell people is, if you're a first-time home buyer, 7% should be the budget, the number you have in mind. To save, because what 7% is 3.5. As a first-time home buyer, your down payment is usually 3.5% of what the house is worth. Okay. So if the bank tells you that they can loan you $300,000, your down payment is like $11,500. That's just your down payment. Okay. But there's something called closing costs that you'll be responsible for. That's another 3.5, approximately. So that's 7% of 300K is approximately 21,000. But listen to the good thing. The closing cost, in some cases, I repeat, in some cases, your real estate agent might be able to negotiate with the seller to pay it for you in some cases. Because if the seller has one person who's not asking him to help with closing costs, and he has another person who's asking him to help,
he's going to pick the person who's not asking.
Exactly.
Of course.
So, but you shouldn't bank on saying that, the seller will pay for it.
Yeah.
It's good to have the money in full so that if you see the house you love, the house you truly want, you can just close your eyes and just say, I'll pay my own closing costs myself. But it depends on the market. Your real estate agent might be able to help you negotiate. Like right now is a really good market because right now it's what's called a buyer's market. And what that means for those of you who don't know out there is a buyer's market is when the buyers have the upper hand. Things are tough right now. Homes are sitting on the market for a long time. So I have a property, I've been trying to sell it for 3 months.
Wow.
So let's say a buyer comes to me and says, my guy, pay the closing costs for me. I'll advise my client to just pay the closing costs so we could get rid of this property.
Yeah.
So in some cases, it's not all the time, but you should always have you should factor in your down payment and closing costs. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds great. Meaning, if you're looking at a $1 million house, even though you're pre-approved for, you should be looking at 7%
of that
$1 million house.
It's a first-time home buyer.
Yeah. Okay. So my next question now is that oftentimes we hear about the government has this special program for grants and all that. Yeah. Is that available all the time, or does it depend on the area? What comes into play?
It's usually available from my professional experience. Like if you're a Maryland resident, there's a program called the MMP program. That's the Maryland Mortgage Program.
Okay.
And that's for Maryland residents. You have to apply. You have to qualify for it. But if you do qualify, you get $10,000 to $15,000.
Wow.
If you qualify, you have to qualify.
Is it for like lower income earners?
Everybody kind of. Well, if your income is so high, if you make like $2 million a year, like nobody's giving you, like you will qualify.
Does anybody make $2 million a year?
Yeah, people do, man. People are making money.
Of course, I know.
America.
They are not yet in my circle. My circle, does any of you make $2 million a year?
Hey, you never know. But yeah, so they have different programs. And that's Maryland. DC has their own program, HPAP program for DC residents and DC government employees. Virginia has, there are programs out there.
Is it for just residents, or do you have to be like a citizen for that to qualify?
For the MMP?
Yeah.
I think you also have to be. I'm not sure about the citizenship part, but Maryland residents definitely, My loan officer, I'll connect you to him.
Okay, that's fine. So how can buyers know if a particular neighborhood is a good fit for them? Is there like somewhere where they can do the assessment, or you help them do the assessment?
I ask them certain questions. When I meet people, I ask them certain questions. When I talk to them over the phone, where do you work? Are you trying to be close to your job? Are you in IT? Like for the IT guys,
you work remotely.
Yeah, if you work remotely, like they have a huge advantage.
Yep.
So I've been working with a lot of IT people, yeah. And with them, they can live basically further away. So like the homes in the Waldorf, for those of you who live in Maryland, Waldorf, White Plains, they're a little bit further away from the city, but you get more for your money in those areas. So you might be able to get a house with swimming pool, long tennis court. I'm just exaggerating. But like you build a house like
I'll be ready in the next 2 months.
Maybe not swimming pool, but like you'll be able to get a bigger house at a lower price. But it's kind of far. It's like White Plains is a hike. So a lot of people don't want to, live in White Plains. But if you do IT and you work from home, you're focused from Monday to Friday, you're working, and like they'll live in White Plains, and on weekends they might rent a hotel and just hang out in the city, then go back during the week. So it kind of works for those kind of people. They have better schools there. You get more for your money.
Really? In White Plains?
I mean, I don't want to specify any. I'm not supposed to say that. Okay. I'm not going to specify any particular place. Okay. But like certain areas that are further away.
Okay. Yeah. I understand. So, what's the biggest misconception about the housing market right now?
That it's impossible to buy. The biggest misconception period I get from the I don't want to say what's the politically correct word to say. The African community is like you have to buy a house in cash, because back home everything is like cash.
Yeah, I think that's one
Yeah.
mentality that
Yeah.
is so stuck in our
Like the
head.
new one, like they always think, oh, you have to buy cash. So when I break it down to them, like, yo, with like 20K, you can buy a house. 20K, just 20K. Like, yeah, you could, we could do something, yeah. So they think like they need 200K, 500K,
like a whole lot of
So that's a
money.
misconception, that I try and break down. That it's possible. Like the amount of money you're paying in rent. Like I know a guy is paying 3K 5 in rent every month. That same exact 3K 5 is mortgage.
Wow.
But it doesn't click. They think they need
I
more than
feel
what they
most
need.
time it's just the other expenses that comes, which brings me to my next question. How does someone know that they are financially ready to buy a house?
The loan officer will let you know.
Okay.
The loan officer will let you know because of those questions.
Yeah.
How much do you make every month? What are your expenses every month? Your debt to income ratio. So if your debt to income ratio is high, then like you're on the edge.
Yeah.
Like you can't, or you can afford a house, but maybe you might not be able to afford the house you want. Like that 5K a month house, you shouldn't look at 5K a month.
Yeah.
You should try and look at 3K a month because your numbers are like, around that area.
For rent, right?
So your loan officer will kind of, the bank is not going to take that risk on you if you can't handle it.
Okay, I know you mentioned one special program, but apart from what you mentioned, are there any other special program for first-time home buyers?
There's several. It depends on what state you live in.
Okay.
So then sometimes they have first-time home buyers they have special programs for nurses, physicians. They have.
Please, do they have special program for IT people?
I think they do. I think they do. Like sometimes, because different lenders call me, they'll be like, "Yeah, we have a special we're doing for IT people, or there's something for nurses."
If you do, because a lot of us are comfortably sitting on this table.
Firefighters and police officers, they have a program where I think not zero down. They make it easy. They price the houses more affordable for you for a particular neighborhood because they might be trying to gentrify that particular neighborhood. So they have different kind of
When
things.
you say gentrify, what do you mean for those people who don't understand?
So it might be a neighborhood that is considered a bad neighborhood.
Okay.
So what they're trying to do is they're trying to get more working professionals to move to that area.
Oh, I see.
So they're trying to get more nurses, firefighters, police officers to move to that area.
When you see the police car, you behave yourself.
Yeah, like that. So they have like programs where they would maybe no down payment or just make it more affordable.
So oftentimes for first-time home buyers, they make a whole lot of mistakes. What are the most common mistakes that first-time home buyers make, and how can they avoid them?
One of the mistakes is not taking advantage of the programs that are out there for them. And another huge mistake they make is they hire, I'm not hating, but they hire their cousin, or they just think a real estate agent is anybody who has a real estate license is a real estate agent. But they're agents and they're agents. They're agents who do this part-time, it's a side hustle.
Side hustle.
Yeah, they're not as committed to it.
And they're not knowledgeable enough.
Exactly, the word, yeah. They're just not knowledgeable and they're not committed to it. So they might just go pick some random guy who just says the agent. And they might not do their research. Like going to a home buying seminar only takes about 2 hours of your time. It's free most of the time. So just going there, listening to what the agent has to say, listen to what the lender has to say, and also listen to the questions everybody around is asking. That information just gives you an edge. So, just don't go buy a house with the first person you see. Just do a little bit of research. It doesn't cost that much. The seminar is free. All you're doing is just educating yourself. And actually, following me on social media.
Yeah, please follow him.
Simple.
Because trust me, I'm marking my calendar. He said October 25th. I'm definitely going to be there.
And I give gems. Like I do short videos where I talk about different things. Like, hey, you need to do this. You need to, things like that.
Wow, that's so nice. Trust me, I'm definitely going to be there on your next seminar coming. I'm definitely going to be there. So what red flags should buyers look out for? let's say when a realtor is showing them a house or inspection, because oftentimes when they see some mistakes, I see some realtors sweeping it under the carpet. Oh no, that's not a big deal. Oh no, this is not a big deal. At the end of the day, they get into the house, they don't have peace. They are So what are the real top tier red flags?
I think you should get an inspector.
Don't try doing it yourself.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, the bank won't even let you. Even if you wanted to do that, they won't let you because the bank is loaning you the money. So get an inspector, listen to what they have to say, and focus on certain things like HVACs, AC and heating systems. Wow. If there's something wrong with that, that's costs a lot of money. The roof, that costs a lot of money if there's anything wrong with it. Read that part of the inspection report. And your inspector usually will tell you and say, sometimes they kind of hype things up a little bit, but they usually will say, like, this needs to be replaced urgently. And, so, yeah.
Okay. So, we are going to some very rapid fire round questions now.
Yeah.
So, let's go. Buy now or wait?
Oh, just, you want me to answer? Like,
yes,
no.
Right up.
Buy now.
Yeah, so why do you think they should buy now?
If you're renting, it makes sense to buy immediately.
Okay, so so another question. If someone is paying a rentage in Maryland area, the Highsville area, anywhere between 2,700 or 2,500 to 3,800, do you think that's a good time? That kind of, and the person is comfortably and consistently paying it.
Mm-hmm.
If that person has the down payment and everything, you think that's a good
immediately, yeah.
Okay.
Immediately, yeah.
Okay, sounds great. So condo or single family house?
Single family.
Okay. Why did you say single family?
Or the value of a single family home increases more over time than a condo.
Okay, yeah. So this brings me. There was a discussion I was having with someone, and the person said, never ever buy a condo. That they will advise you to buy a townhome over a condo. Why is that so?
I mean, buying a condo is better than renting, right?
Okay.
Renting is the worst thing to do. Buying a condo is better than renting. But if you had the choice between buying a condo or buying a townhouse, buy a townhouse instead. Okay. Because the value of the townhouse increases over time. And also with condos, there's something called condo fees.
HOA?
No, that's different. HOA is different. Okay. Yeah, condo fees, even after you pay off the condo, you'll be paying condo fees.
Really?
And the condo fees, it's like lights, gas, cutting the grass and the thing. Like, they charge you these fees. And it increases over time.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about personal experience. I personally own 5 condos I purchased when I was way younger because I couldn't afford to purchase a townhouse.
Okay.
So, instead of just not, I mean, I still don't regret it though. I still don't regret it. It's just that if I could go back, I probably wouldn't have done it because the value of the condo hasn't, but this is my personal story. The value of the condo hasn't increased as much. And for some of them, I paid them off, but I'm still paying condo fees.
Wow.
And when I purchased them, the condo fees were like 100, 150. But now, like 2 decades later, condo fees are like 600, 700. So it just increases over time. But it's still better than renting. Just don't get it twisted. It's still better for you to buy a condo than for you to rent. Because even though I had this problem with the condos right now, it was still a learning. It helped me learn. I also use it on my taxes. So that's another thing. Like, so I use all these years, for 20 years, I've been using it on my taxes. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. My next question is, one thing every buyer should do before starting the process. I know you had said that before, but one thing.
Everybody should do. You should research before starting the process. Research. Go to home buying seminars. Contact a professional real estate agent. Do the due diligence. We have Google, man. We have ChatGPT.
We have ChatGPT.
Yeah. You just type in, for example, you just type in my name. It'll show you everything. It'll show my Google reviews. It'll show you how many transactions I've done in my career. It'll show you properties I own. It'll show you all my videos. So you can use that to kind of gauge the level of the real estate agent. Like, some agents are not really into social media that much. But if you type their name in, it'll show you their sales. So if you see an agent that's only sold 5 houses in 10 years, they're not really
into it.
Yeah, they're agents and they might be cool, but But then you now compare to another agent that sold 700 houses.
Of course.
Yeah, you know, so.
Yeah, that means one agent knows what he's doing.
Doing it,
the other person is just doing it passively.
Yeah, exactly.
So, do you only sell properties in America? Do you do properties buying and selling outside of America? I knew one time you posted some properties in Dubai.
Yeah.
So
I was working with Dubai heavy. I was working with another agent in Dubai. So it wasn't me personally, right?
okay.
So there's this other agent I partner with, and I promoted the properties in the United States. And when I found people who were interested in the properties in Dubai, I'll now connect them with the agents here. And, so we're connecting that way. But me personally, I'm not licensed to sell outside of America.
Oh, okay. He said he's just licensed to say, but guess what? He has all the connections.
I'll plug you, man.
He can plug you to the right source. So, how does the taxation? How does having a property helps in your taxing system?
Or you file it on your taxes, like your property tax, your interest rates that you're paying, and in most cases you get the money back. So that's why
I don't understand.
So basically, okay, when you buy a house, let's say you buy a $300,000 house, and your mortgage is $2,000 a month, right?
Yeah.
Out of that $2,000 a month, the bank will collect like $1,700, right, to pay them, because that's the interest.
Wow.
That's $1,700. These are hypothetical numbers I'm using, guys. So $1,700. So in a year, that's let's say $18,000.
Yes.
That you paid in interest alone. You could now file that on your taxes. Like, okay, I paid $18,000. $18,000 in interest. Then, you file property tax. I'm not an accountant, so, but you could use all those things and file it on your taxes and get money back.
Why did nobody tell me this?
Oh, I think it's common knowledge amongst. I mean, I think so. I'm not sure, but most people kind of know though. I think.
Have houses.
Yeah, but that's why a lot of like entrepreneurs are buying houses, buying investment properties.
Oh, I see.
So like, let's say you're making $600K a year. They're hitting you with heavy taxes. But if you have all these properties, you could now use all those as like write-offs and stuff. Yeah. Okay. You don't even have to be making that much money, but just in general.
Yeah, don't please beat the price down. When you say 600,000,
No, I just said it. I just threw out the number.
Let the number let it come down. Let's do like 150, 120,
yeah, exactly.
140. Because trust me, I have a whole lot of friends, and I think we're looking at it because we're like, how much are we paying? Some of us pay like 3,500, 2,700. Yeah. So you look back and there's no equity. There's nothing left. Yeah. You just paid all the money. But before we dive in back to our guest, are you following us? Are you commenting? Are you liking? Have you subscribed? Subscribe to make your own life easier, because trust me, we're going to be bringing people that will give you every information you need to succeed, thrive in America. So make sure you subscribe. Not only in America, like anywhere, just make sure you subscribe, follow us, and like all our content. So Mr. Eze.
What's up?
You good?
I'm good, man.
Mr. Eze is looking so calm today. I'm like, oh my goodness. You need to see Mr. Eze outside this place. Hey, sister. Hey, brother. You've bought a house. Take advantage of this. Take advantage of that. His face is literally everywhere. And he has given me knowledge that, trust me, I think I should work on them. Like, don't think I'm just bringing people. I'm also learning myself. Like, he has said so many things that I know I have to work on now, because I think the time is right. So, Mr. Eze, what is one golden rule for real estate that you want listeners to remember? What is one golden rule about real estate? This is not just about first-time home buyers. You have some money. Rather than leaving that money in your account just like that, get a property, build equity, build generational wealth. Something that your children would thank their dad, thank their mom. Just don't leave that 80,000, 100,000, 200,000 in your bank account. Guess what? The bank is going to take all that money and borrow it to first-time home buyers and make a whole lot of profits on it. So, Mr. Eze, tell us one golden rule.
Golden rule is always purchase, and don't forget location. Get a property in a good location, and the value would increase over time. And sometimes you don't have to get a property in a location that's like popular right now,
Yeah.
you have to be like a visionary. So for me, I'm going to use myself as an example. You're familiar with Heightsville, right?
Of course.
When I initially started purchasing, I didn't have the purchasing power to purchase a house. I didn't have the purchasing power to even purchase a townhouse. All I could afford was a condo. But I visualized Heightsville. Are you familiar with the PG Plaza area?
Of course. That's my zone.
Exactly. So PG Plaza back then was I don't want to use a bad word, it was like kind of raggedy.
Of course.
But I read a book, and in this book I read, it told me always purchase a property close to a metro station, a mall, a hospital, or school.
Wow.
So PG Plaza Mall was there, which is also right next to the metro station.
Yep.
So I got that information from the book and I actually applied it. I couldn't apply it on the level that I wanted to apply it on, which was like a house, because I couldn't afford it. But I applied it for a condo. So location. Be strategic with your purchase. Plan. So that's what I want to leave you with.
And just to add to that, so I live not too far from that area, and when they were building townhouses, and I was telling my friend, "Oh, I don't like this Highsville townhomes. I think I want somewhere like more more posh, yeah,
Like
and
Bethesda.
bougie, yeah." So I wonder, I was like, you know what? Let me even just try and just find out how much. And I went there, and they told me the price of that property was 529,000. I'm like, wait a minute. It was even way more expensive. So sometimes you look at these places that you're waiting for it to like be all that, and before you know it, right there, the
The
properties
price is
are
increasing over time.
yeah. It Heightsville area, the way properties there has appreciated. Man, it's I really don't know what to say, because you see.
You also forget the proximity to DC. So Heightsville is closer to DC.
Yep.
So, and there's also that metro station right there. Then there's the mall. Then there's a movie theater. There's Subway. There's Target.
There's University of Maryland.
There's University of Maryland. So when you look at it from that perspective,
Community college.
yeah, in another 10 years, the value is just going to keep on going up. Because DC is unaffordable. So the closest thing is like Heightsville, Mount Rainier, Brentwood.
Yeah, because this is like 15 minutes away.
Yeah. So, so a lot of people, there are $1 million houses around that area. I don't know. You probably won't know because it's my job. I kind of know more. But they have like,
Heightsville area?
oh yeah, $1 million houses. They built it. I think it was Ryan. It was one of those builders.
Yeah.
All like over $1 million. Because it's so close to DC.
Wow.
And $1 million house in DC is nothing. But in Heightsville, it was like brand new. So, strategically, it's a good move.
Well, let me not feel bad, because that is way above my league.
Right now, but eventually.
Eventually,
you're going to,
if I keep on working hard, eventually
Yeah.
I'll get there one day. Okay, so for people that would like to reach out to you, could you just give them your social media handle?
Yeah, man, I'm everywhere, man. First, I'm going to give them my phone number. My number is 301-559-2872. I'm available 24/7. Call me anytime, day or night. It has to be about business, though. Call me, exactly. I'm on Instagram under my name, Eze Okwodu. And that same name is on my Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube. What else is there?
Oh, you have a YouTube channel.
I have a YouTube channel. I have a WhatsApp channel, too.
Okay.
So I'm on everywhere and I'm available all the time. Oh, I just created I have an animated channel. It's called the Eze Way AI.
Wow.
So it's me in animation, and I'm giving 60-second real estate information. And I post every day, so you get different information about buying a brand new home. There's different gems I give on my animated channel, so check me out.
Okay, so I have 2 more questions, but let me jump into the one before the last one. Does your healthy lifestyle, I see you do a lot of healthy lifestyle. You see,
man.
Mr. Easy, eat a chop gym. Eat a chop gym. Eat a chop arm.
Yeah.
Does your healthy lifestyle, does it kind of like contribute because you have a whole lot of energy. I don't know how you do it. He's outside 2 hours. The third hour, he's giving a seminar like he just woke up from his bed. The next 4 hours, I'm like, how do you do it?
Yeah, I mean, health plays a huge part. Huge part. And what I tell people is like, it's 70% what you put in your body. So, what you eat is really, really important. Exercise is cool, but exercise is only 30%. But 70% is what you put into your body. And if you're consistently working out, so for me, I take working out like brushing my teeth. Like, you brush your teeth today?
Yes, I did.
Bro, you take any days off?
No.
No days off?
Not
Not
at
even
all.
weekend. What about weekends when
I
you're not
don't want
working?
to kill nobody.
Exactly. So that's how you should be about working out and eating healthy. Like, I've conditioned myself into doing this regularly, and it affects my life in every way. Like, you fit your clothes better, you're just more energized, your mind is sharper. Like, I'm just ready to battle any time of the day. Any real estate agent, man, if you want to battle me, call me. I'm just messing around.
Why do I feel so attacked? Because I go to the gym like 3 times.
Yeah.
3 times in a week, but trust me, I'll do better. I'll do better.
Yeah.
At what age did you become this? Did you take this fitness lifestyle very important?
I've been vegan for 22 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But with exercise, I think it's like 12 years, 11 or 12 years. I started relatively late with the exercise, but the veganism has been like a long time, like 22
So
years.
you don't eat suya.
No, I haven't eaten
You don't
yeah.
eat meat.
I've eaten meat in 20 something years, yeah.
God help me.
Yeah.
I think I need to do that too, but not now.
Yeah.
Maybe when I turn 40.
When you turn 40.
Okay, so my last question. Would you advise someone who is buying a home for the first time to buy a brand new home, or to buy, because sometimes the problem I have with brand new homes is that it gets to an extent the taxes on that brand new home becomes like so high. So would you advise a first time home buyer to like?
Yeah, it just depends on affordability.
Oh,
So if you have the income, brand new is always the best, man.
I know, right? That
Yeah,
feeling.
it's the feeling, the warranties on it, even just something as simple as the light bulbs are different because you have like energy saving light bulbs. Everything's like energy saving. So brand new is just the best if you could afford it. But if you can't afford it, like pre-loved, I call them pre-loved. Getting a pre-loved home might be a better strategy, and it also depends on your age.
Yeah.
So if you're like 29, that's not your forever home. You just kind of like graduating. Like I told you my story.
Yeah.
My first home was a condo. Then you just kind of graduate. You buy the condo, then buy the townhouse. And when if you get married, double income, or you build equity from one property, you can now use it to buy your forever home.
Okay, that
Yeah.
sounds great. So tell us more about like real estate investments, like people who want to like do the real estate investment.
Yeah, real estate investment is a science and it's a commitment. And it's not something I would advise you to just take lightly. I advise everybody to get at least 1 or 2 investment property for their portfolio.
Yeah.
But you have to be committed to it, and you need to educate yourself, and you need to align yourself with a professional.
Okay.
Align yourself with a professional. I always advise people to purchase multi-unit buildings. I'm really big on multi-unit buildings. And in some cases,
Do friends have to come together to do that?
it depends on your income. If you could afford it by yourself, cool. But if you can't afford it, it's not a bad strategy. Actually, honestly, like sometimes I advise people that instead of buying your first home that you're going to live in, buy a multi-unit building, stay in one unit, and rent out the other units.
Say no more.
Yeah. So like
Say no
sometimes I
more.
advise that,
Say no more. I think
Yeah.
we should start thinking of that.
Yeah.
I and my fellow committee of friends, that's if you're serious.
Yeah.
Also, we can set up an appointment with you to talk about
Yeah,
it.
just call me. I'm available 24/7.
Okay, he said he's available
Yeah,
24.
24/7,
Yeah, that's true, because when I was discussing with my friend last night and I sent her, she was like, he said open 24 hours. I said,
Yeah.
You can call him now. He's at the gym.
Yeah.
Hearing some.
Kaka.
Yes, that was what I heard when I called you to book this session.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much, Mr. Eze. Do not forget to follow all his social media handles. He's giving some real important information. And if you think, don't forget, if you go to him through me, Make sure you tell him I watched you on the Fun and Intelligence Room podcast, and I am here from this place because trust me, we are all gonna make our life better. So please do not forget to subscribe, comment, like, follow us, give constructive criticism, tell us where you want us to work on better. Until then, from us in the studio, it is bye for now.
The Fun and Intelligence Room. Step inside, there's a world to find, a space where hearts and minds align. Empowerment's the name of the game. We're here to grow, to learn, to claim. Through laughter, tears, and brighter views, exploring paths that feel brand new. Creativity lights up the way. In the fun and intelligent room we stay. Welcome to the Fun and Intelligent